But if you want to save these files into a PDF, wherein all of these certificates will be lined up in a single PDF file. Hello and what's up? Welcome to my channel. This is Turco here, and today we will be learning another great and meaningful thing about Microsoft Office Excel. So our role in this video is something like a teacher, a class advisor who is in charge to look for or to tag each honor student. So we will be using another set of formula in this case, as we have here the sets of numbers from the grades of each student. So right after that we have collected or summarized the general weighted average, we will use this information as a source of data to generate this certificate of recognition for each quarter. Alright, so we have here the template in Microsoft Office Word, so the data will be taken out from this Microsoft Office Excel. So to get the general weighted average, we need to use the average formula. So it always starts with an equal sign and type the word average, or you can just simply double click here, and as you can see in the syntax, it asks here for number 1. So you can place comma followed by another number, comma, so on and so forth, but that's okay. It can be useful, but in this case that we have here a series of cells which are in line with each other, what we can do is that we can select all this array so that it will be easier, something like that. So as you can see here, we have D11 colon K11, and then we will close it with the closing parenthesis, and we can press enter. So as you can see here, we have this value which is 88, but if you will try to use this tool to see if what's the actual value by moving or by providing another decimal places, you will see that its value is not 88 as a whole number. It is 87.87500. So to avoid this error, we need to use another function which is round, that is rounding off the number. So there are different functions here such as round, round down, round off, and mround. So what we will use is only the round function. Just double click it, and then assume that the formula average with your array of cells there will generate that number, and that will be a part of our syntax here in the round formula. So let's insert comma, and we'll proceed to the part of syntax which is number of digits. So we don't need the decimal places, so we will indicate the number 0, and then enter the closing parenthesis and then press enter. So you will see here that's plain 88, or it's a whole number 88. So what we will do is that we will move the decimal places until it's gone. It will not be seen here, and we have this result which is 88. So this cell has already its own formula, so we don't need to enter the same formula over and over again, but instead we need to just copy the cells containing the formula by just again moving the mouse pointer on the lowermost right corner of the cell to turn the cursor from the hollow cross to the solid cross, and then click and drag that down to the last cell that you need to have this computation. So as you can see here, they have already their own general average. So as you can see, we missed some of the spots here, but don't worry, it would just be okay. Just position the cell there, and then the same principle, just drag it up. There you can see the average or general weighted average of each student. Now here we have this honors description. So we need to identify if a student has achieved any academic excellence award using this criteria. So we have discussed the function of this table in the previous video by using the Vlookup. So now we'll be using the Vlookup in this part. So just enter equal sign, then Vlookup. Yes, it popped up. Just double click it. So lookup value is 93. just follow this one, this syntax, just insert comma. And now for the table array, just select the entire table right here, because Microsoft Office Excel interprets data in ascending order. So as what you can see here, this is our reference for the entire cells of our students. So we need to lock it up by pressing F4 from your function keys on your keyboard. Or if you would like, you can also manually type in the $sign to indicate that those references have already been locked. So now we need to insert the comma, and then same as what we had in the previous video, the column index number is 2 because that is the second column from the left. So this is the first column followed by the second column. So that is where the description will come out. And we'll insert comma, and again we will use the true option, as this is the range lookup for our approximate match, so that it will consider these numbers as part of ranges or parts of ranges. Okay, so just double click it and then put in or type in the closing parentheses and then press enter. So as you can see here, it generated with honors, that's 93. So we'll just drag it down here to generate also the names or the results for other students that you have right there. So now you have here the results. Some of the students did not have any academic excellence award, so we need only to extract those names with this academic excellence award. So what we will do is to put another function here or another tool in order to filter those information from this drop down option. So what we will do is that we will select this first row number 1, and we will move to this tool that is under home. So we will use this one, the filter tool. So just click this one and you will see that there are drop down arrows right after the names on these column headers that we have. So what we need is here in the description. So what we can do is we will click this one and uncheck the select all. What we will check only are those with high honors and with honors, and just press OK so that other names will be hidden. So at this point we already have all this information. So what we can do is we can copy this information on the next sheet here that we labeled as honor students. So let's start with the LRN and their name. Okay, so just select those parts, right click and then select copy. So we have here copy. As you can see, there are the running dash lines indicating that there are some items that are hidden behind them because of the filter. So the selected portions are only selected. So this function works on Microsoft Office 365 because in some older versions, there's a possibility that the other names hidden at the background can also be copied. So let's move on to the honor students spreadsheet, and then right click and then select this values only. Alright, so you can see here the LRN and the name, and take note that there are numbers here as you can see. So it is in a scientific notation, so we can change it later. So let's move to the exercise spreadsheet again, and we will select the general weighted average together with the honors description. The same thing, right click copy here, and we will move to the honor students here, and position your mouse pointer here on C1 cell so that is the next cell where it should be placed. So right click and then paste only the values. Alright, and you will see here that we have the general weighted average. Okay, so now let's move on to this LRN for us to be able to show the exact number, because as what you can see here, it is in exponential form. If we will use that later in that setup in this certificate, the LRN that we need to put just right below here, we will include here the LRN. Okay, so LRN, so there's a possibility that the information is also in scientific notation. So what we're going to do is to highlight this one and proceed to, again, home, and find the format for the number. So just look at from the drop down, select that one here, and remove the extra zeros. So you have there now their LRN number. So just need to highlight this one so that we can indicate the title headings. Okay, so we'll make it bold-faced. Alright, and we have it here. So as you can see, the last name here ends with the letter Y for the male. So we need to indicate their gender, because in the certificate we have here the pronoun. So we will determine who is he and who is she. So now we will indicate that one there. So we will label it as gender. So just select this one by moving this mouse cursor right here, and if the arrow sign, or if the mouse cursor looks like this, you can click so that you can select the entire column. Then right click and then insert. So we will put here gender, and we will start from his, okay, as male, and that would be dragged up to here, this point. So his, and the remaining part would be her. Okay, so that's it. Yes, and we have those information. So we have it here now: the gender, the LRN, the name, the general weighted average, and the honor description. And we are now ready to create this as a list in our template right here. So the file that we have, the source of data that will be used for this certificate, is now ready. So what we're going to do is we need to proceed with the mail merge function. So we need to go to mailings and then start mail merge. So since this is a certificate, normal Word document would be alright. So next is we'll find the recipients. So we already have the list. So use an existing list. Just need to find it where we placed our list. So in your case, since you will be downloading that sample exercise file, just track where your files are located in your computer. So in my case, it's located here in this folder under my this one. So we have here source of data certificates. Just click that one and click open. Alright, so let's wait for the system. And so you can see here there are two options here, two worksheets, because on our Excel file, the source data, so we have here exercise file and honor students. So we will select honor students. So let's move on. Honor students right here and click OK. Alright, so once it's done, then we can proceed to insert the merge fields. So all other parts of these certificates are the same with the other certificates, except for the personal information, just like the name, the LRN, the description, general weighted average, and his or her as pronoun right here in this example of certificate. So we will start with the name. So what we will do is we'll highlight the entire name, right? Just like this. Okay, so take note that there will be no extra spaces behind here, so that we will have the right format. So once it has been selected, just proceed here, insert merge field, and then that would be name, because that is the name of the students. Then we have here the LRN, so highlight LRN. So once an extra space has been selected here at the right, just press the shift button on your keyboard and the left arrow key and release, so that you will select nothing but LRN only. So merge field, that is LRN, with honors, so that is our description, honors description here. And we have the grade, which is general weighted average, that is GWA. And also for the pronoun her or his, that would be gender, as what we labeled earlier. So that's it. So gender. So now let's try to have the preview. Okay, so we have here the preview. So for Absalon Julio with the LRN right here. So next we have a queen mark. So as you can see here, as I press the arrow right here, it proceeds to the next record on file. So there you go. So now if you want to print this one, just finish and merge, print documents. If you want to print all of the certificates right now, so automatically all the certificates will be printed once your computer is connected to an online and working printer. So that is one of the options right here. But if you want to save these files into a PDF, wherein all of these certificates will be lined up in a single PDF file, you also have this option. Just click OK, and then let's wait. Alright, so it should have that. Your computer should have an Adobe PDF installed right there, so that it can save it as a PDF file. So just click it and then click OK. But if you want to print it, so of course you need to find the active printer from your list of printers right here, so that you will have immediately the hard copy. If you want the soft copy and Adobe PDF format, just click right here and click OK, so that we can locate on which folder are we going to find the location for our diploma, or I mean certificate. So say for example, this will be on documents. So we will name this one quarter 1 honor certificates, honor students certificates. Okay, so just press save, and all of the records and the certificates right here will be saved in PDF format. Okay, so that's it. That's for our tutorial for today. So if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. And for my subscribers out there, thank you very much for patronizing our videos, and we're working well so that we can provide quality contents like this. And if you find this very useful enough, you can share these videos with your friends or colleagues, and invite them also to subscribe to our channel so that we will grow together. Right? So thanks for watching and have a great day.